Do you love Nike sunglasses, but you wear a prescription? Well, don't worry about it because I have a great list for you. Stick around. Hello and welcome. I am Eyeglass Tyler. I want to talk to you about a good list of frames that'll work very well for a wide range of prescriptions. And they are all Nikes. So I hope that's interesting to you. What I'm going to do is I'll go over each frame, kind of what those frames have to offer, what is important to know about them, what makes them unique, and ideally you'll have a better idea as to whether or not they're right for you. So I don't need to talk anymore outside of what comes up next. First off, we have the Brazen Boost. There is a whole family of Brazen frames. Honestly, this one has become our favorite. We're liking the Boost best, maybe because of the alliteration. I don't know. I'm certain it's not because of that. We have a really good frame here for a wide range of prescriptions, as is going to be the case with all of these. In this case, it's because it's a 6-base lens and it's not terribly large. The more wrapped and the larger lens you have, the more potential there is for distortion. Not a concern here. This is a good, what I call hybrid design, in that, yes, it is a flatter lens, but it has a lot of really good sport or active features involved in the design. Now, that means grip in the nose. That means grip on the temple. It has a unique, and all of the Brazens actually, it has a unique design on the grip in the temple. And I think it's kind of cool. It has sort of this seamless design from where there is grip to where there's not grip. Kind of just a nice design feature that I've noticed since this frame has come out and I've liked it. I've appreciated it. It does have a more lightweight frame material. It's a nylon frame material, so it means very durable, very lightweight, and also very flexible, especially near the ends of the temple. And that's going to mean that it holds onto your face a little better, especially without creating too much pressure. It's just enough so that it can stay comfortable and on your face all day long. This is a little different design in the nose bridge in that it is going to be more accommodating for a wider range of nose shapes, even flatter nose bridges, just because of this design. So I think that's a cool feature as well. It has kind of a built-in side shield design to it also, which I'm seeing among a lot of frames these days. And I like it. I appreciate it because it gives you that wrap protection, that wrap coverage, without the downside of the implications with a stronger prescription, which would mean more distortion, more of that fishbowl effect. Keep in mind, it's kind of a double-edged sword because it also means that you don't have that same range of view. But when we're talking prescription, oftentimes that's not terribly usable anyway, especially as prescriptions get stronger. And this can handle, like I said, very wide range, very strong prescriptions, all things considered. To know if it's right for you and your prescription, contact us. Our opticians would love to hear from you. And with an SFW of 138, that comes in at a men's large or a women's large to extra large. Next up, we have the Nike Breezy. So for you ladies who like something that's a little more sport oriented, but also doesn't have that masculine look, it's not a unisex frame. This is a lot more designed with a woman in mind. Again, all those sport features that you would hope, and still very RXable because it is a flatter lens. So what you have is a very lightweight frame. You have grip in the temple. You have a good amount of grip in the nose bridge as well. This has that, like I mentioned on the prior frame, the built-in side shield design, but so much more aggressive here. There is a ton of coverage. It almost creates like an eye cup because of how much coverage they have on this. So if you're concerned with blocking out light pretty much in all directions, and even it'll help with some wind flow, minimizing wind getting behind the lenses and into your eyes, this would be a good option for you. Very much prescription ready. Like I said, it's a flatter lens, so a wide range of prescriptions, this can handle it. An SFW of 136, it would land, if you are a man who likes this, a medium. If you're a woman who likes this, a large. Next up, we have the Maverick RGE. Maybe it stands for Ridge. Maybe it stands for Ready, Guy. Excellent. I don't know. I just made that up. Probably doesn't stand for that at all. With this, we have a much more everyday frame, I think. This is a little more of a lifestyle design, but it does have some of those more action-ready elements that you might be hoping for. such as grip in the temple. It does have grip in the nose piece, and this bridge design is more unique in the market, and there are a couple of other options with a similar bridge design in the Nike line. I like this one in particular because it uses a softer rubber material. So it's going to help with grip, of course, on the nose, but you don't have to worry as much as you do of some of these others that use a harder material in this bridge design, because it should be a little more forgiving on your nose bridge if you don't have quite the right shape. So keep that in mind if you do see this bridge design in Nike frames. I'll mention it because there's actually a frame coming up that's a little bit harder in that material, and we'll talk about that then. This is a 6-base design, so great for a wide range of prescriptions, a little more of an everyday aesthetic. This is a part of the Maverick family, which means that there is another frame in this family, and that has a lens that's much larger. This is a more everyday size, I think, but I really like this shape. It's a little more unique in the world of glasses. When you look at glasses all day, every day like I do, you start to appreciate the little details. With an SFW of 139, this is a pretty solid large fit for men, and it would be an extra large fit for women. Next up, we have the Rabid. This is the only wrapped frame we have in this collection. And the reason that it's included is because though it is wrapped, it is a very simple shape and it's not an oversized lens. So for the most part, it is very versatile when it comes to prescription. There is a larger size of this frame that's called the Adrenaline. It's effectively the same frame, just a larger lens. It still is very accommodating for prescriptions. Reach out to our opticians. It's very likely that that frame could work well for you if the size doesn't work for you on this. Let's talk about it. There is no grip to speak of either on the nose or in the temple. It does have a textured temple design on here, I think, that helps to kind of directionally move moisture away, but it is going to use tension. It's going to, with the same nylon frame material, very durable, very flexible. So they have a good method of essentially maintaining grip and pressure without it being too much pressure so that it hurts your head after wearing them. This is going to be a good fit all day long. We sell a ton of this frame and we tend to not hear about those complaints. So an awesome frame here with the Rabid and an SFW of 132 lands you at a solid medium fit for men or medium to large for women. But like I mentioned, the Adrenaline is a larger fit. If you know that a medium size doesn't work for you, call us. Next up, we have the Flip. This is a very solid lifestyle frame design. I'd say it's maybe more of a young aesthetic. There's no grip to speak of either on the nose or on the temples. It's actually a part of their SB collection, which means that it's going to be good for perhaps a younger crowd, but amazing for prescription because it is a flatter lens. This wouldn't be out of place in more low impact sports or activities like hiking or walking, things that are a little more leisurely, even though you're being active. Maybe not as good for those more aggressive sports, but still a great option, especially if you like the look. With an SFW of 133, pretty solid men medium or women's large. Next up, we have the Premier, and this is absolutely a lifestyle aesthetic, but for sure also a hybrid design, like I've said before, because you have grip in the nose, you have grip on the temples, you have in the grip on the temples. I like this design because it's more of an inlaid grip, the rubber is inlaid in the temple, and I find that that's better for durability. It's better for longevity. You're not going to find that rubber coming off at all. It is a 6-base, so fantastic for a wide range of prescriptions. It is a flatter lens, but the design is, I think, a little deceiving. It looks like an everyday flatter style, but functionally it does give you a little more protection and coverage than your typical 6-base does. With an SFW of 138, this is a solid large men's fit or extra large, even large to extra large women's fit. And last but not least, we have the Unrest. This is another installation in their SB collection, so it is more of a lifestyle design. I think you have more lens in this, so definitely a more versatile option. And the only other one that I think is more feminine in its aesthetic. It's still probably realistically more of a gender neutral or unisex frame option, but something to keep in mind if you're concerned with that. There's no grip on the nose, no grip on the temple, but it is that nylon material. It's lightweight, relatively flexible, and so it should stay on your face pretty well. Maybe not for those excessively aggressive active sports, but amazing for prescription, because that's why it's on this list for sure. No spring hinge, but I don't think that's a concern. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of spring hinges. I find that usually is one of the first things that breaks. We as opticians see that more than just about anything else when it comes to failings of a frame. And so you don't have to stress about that here. With an SFW of 139 is a pretty solid large men's fit or extra large women's fit. And that wraps up what you need to know about the best prescription Nike sunglasses. Hopefully now, after I've gone over the ins and outs and what to expect out of these frames, you have a better idea as to whether or not they're right for you. By the way, if you decide to order from SportRx, thanks to our See Better guarantee, you never have to worry about getting something that isn't right or doesn't work for you. And you can take as long as 45 days with them to figure that out. You just reach out to us and we'll take care of you no matter what that means. And also, like I've said 100 times, we have opticians who would love to help you get it right the first time. So reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was interesting or valuable information. If so, throw us a like. We have relevant videos you can check out here. Also, we have great content on our social media outlets, and I would encourage you to check us out there as well at SportRx.